Time to talk some football. Hello folks, she's a beautiful day here in Saskatchewan. It's more like the middle of summer than fall, except for all the turning leaves. Cools down at night, but during the day it's just absolutely beautiful. Supposed to hit 30 degrees today. I think it's supposed to continue on for a little bit yet too. I could stay that way till next May if you ask me, that's for sure. Not much of a winter guy. Too damn cold here in the winter. But we'll enjoy this weather while we got it. Anyway, get to the video here. Week 16, I believe, in the CFL. And weeks are flying by. Not many left to decide who's going to make the playoffs. And there were some pretty interesting games. I watched all the games this weekend. I wish I'd write down what I want to say. I just forget half the time. By the time I get to record the video, I forget half the stuff I was going to say about each game. Should start writing them down. But we'll start with the Montreal-Toronto game. And either team could have won that one. It was 21-19 for Montreal. But I was not impressed. I wanted to watch that Doige, the new starter for the Toronto. He didn't really impress me. I thought he would run more when he got in trouble and stuff like that. But and plus I wanted to watch Bethel Thompson. My God, if he'd have played that way when we played him, we'd have thumped him. He threw 3 interceptions in the game. 3 interceptions. I think he had a quarterback rating of about 65 points percent, you know. And then that Scott, that guy that ran the lights out against us, I think he only ran for about 50 yards. You know, this goes to show you. You know, one game they're hot, one game they're not, and I don't know if we fell asleep during that game or what, but Montreal didn't look that hot in that game. Only had 290 yards, I believe, total offense, and Toronto didn't have many more, but Montreal pulled her out in the end. But like I said, Bethel Thompson, he looked back to his normal ways. He's Jekyll and Hyde, like I said, and we got the good Bethel Thompson, and they didn't. Toronto didn't. Still managed to win the game. The other game, BC in Calgary, just got absolutely demolished, 52-23. Jeez, they're up 21 in a blink of an eye. Adams, like I said, trending down. My viewers and commenters said I was not too bright for taking Calgary, but for taking BC, but I'm glad I did. I took Rourke in fantasy too, and he racked up lots of points. Ryder, come on! Ryder! Adams, he threw 2 interceptions, I think, right away. You know, and put him in a hole big time. Like they racked up, BC racked up over 500 yards offense. Unreal. I'm back. Keep getting phone calls here. Anyway, where was I with that old Calgary game? BC just dominated them. Like they sacked him a couple times, and Calgary didn't even get any sacks. And then I was worried that Butler couldn't start for BC, but that new guy they put in, Horvath, man, he run for 152 yards on him. You know, plus some pass, you know. Yeah, they just pretty well demolished him. Yeah, so much for Calgary. Thanks, Calgary. It keeps them out of first, getting the chance to get the first place on us. Keep them back there, and we got a good chance every loss that they have. And if we can get one win, we'll put more separation between the two of us. What's the next game? Oh, the next game, oh my God, Winnipeg, Ottawa. I had every game right but this one. You know, every game right. I should have had this one right. Unreal. Like, I've never seen a team win a football game and have 210 yards passing. I mean, total yardage. I think we only had about 58 yards total passing. I don't think till about the fourth quarter. I think Streveler had completed one pass to Wilson. That was it. And he threw one interception. You know, but Ottawa, they just kept shooting themselves in the foot. Like, unreal. Like a run back, missed field goals. There you go. That's basically the game. Special teams won it. Plus, Brown threw a couple of stupid interceptions. Same guy picks it off. I think Adams. You know, crazy. I was just yelling. I go, man, put Crum in. He was moving the ball way better for Ottawa. You know, mind you, Ottawa in the end had 452 yards to 210 yards total offense, and they lose the game. It don't even make sense. It's not even logical. No, unbelievable. Just those two run backs, and plus big interception gave them good field position. The only thing that's kudos to Winnipeg was at the end. They actually ran the ball a bit and managed to make first downs. I think that's where they got most of their yardage, was near the end there, keeping the ball and then getting those field goals. You know, like they did get some nice runs. Like Oliveira, I think, ended up with about 100 yards. But I've never seen a game that in my life. One bloody completion. I think, in fact, they only had about 3 first downs going into the fourth quarter. It was something like that. It's just unbelievable. I thought I was going to win that game too. Picked Ottawa. Oh, jeez, unbelievable. You know, like Streveler, you know, he just drop back, look, turtle. Drop back, look, turtle. And then the one time when he did run the ball, you know, he got some yardage running. But the one was, what a crap call, roughing passer. He wasn't the passer. He ran downfield. He slid head first. Get that, head first. And then the guy tackles him. Of course he's going to hit him in the helmet. How do you not hit him in the helmet when he leads and slides head first? You tell me. Like, that's completely ridiculous. Completely ridiculous call. I can't believe, I guess I can't overturn it by the stupid review center. Useless. They're useless anyway, you know. But anyway, Winnipeg pulled that one out. Couldn't believe it. That was just total. It's head shaking, that's all you can say. And then probably the best game of the bloody day was the Edmonton-Hamilton game. Man, I thought Edmonton was gonna pull it out. Really did. It was a close game. And back and forth. Both threw one interception. But, well, managed to get close enough to get a field goal in the end to win the game. You know, like, that basically was the fault of that receiver, that when they were down there at the end of the game. Cody, I think, could have ran the ball in, but he just tossed it to the receiver. He catches it and then gets it knocked out, and they don't get the touchdown, and they have to go for the field goal. that, you know, all riders found a squirrel. Been catching more squirrel action now in the fall. They're out there gathering their supplies for winter. But you know, I felt sorry for Edmonton, and I thought I actually picked Hamilton. I thought they would be well ahead. They ended up only winning by a few points. I think I had them by 7. But yeah, they should have won that game. Should have won that game. You know, it was a good game though. They went back and forth. Cody didn't look too bad, and Bo just was okay. You know, it was a close game. In the CFL, you know, it seems that you never know who's going to win a game in the end. Really, it's so up and down. It's unbelievable. But that's what you want in a league. Everything really close. The more close games you have, and ones that come to the last minute, more fans you're going to draw in the end, and that's what you got to have. You got to have fans to get the league to make it through the league. What else happened in these games this weekend? Yeah, not only that, with that Streveler hit there, the helmet, there was also those stupid pass interference calls. Oh my God. You know, it's too late to do anything about changing the way they call pass interference in the CFL. But they've got to change it. It's just, it could cost a team a Grey Cup or a win. You know, like, I can't stand these pass interference where the guy barely touches his arm. I think it might have been the Toronto game in Montreal, where, you know, barely grab his arm, don't actually grab it, pushes him off a little wee bit, and the ball's uncatchable, you know, and it's a point of foul. You know, like, maybe make it just a 10-yard one if they want to call it that close. We had one like that against us last game, and it's so bloody pathetic that, you know, they give them all those yards and the ball wasn't even catchable. And it was you know, they have to call them now, because that's basically the way they've been calling them all season. You know, Deontay Williams from BC had crap one called on him too. You know, he was actually even looking back at the ball, you know, and he almost caught it, you know. So, you know, let these guys play a bit. You know, like, I don't like comparing it to the NFL, but just go watch the NFL. To me, it's gone a little bit the other way, a little bit too much contact, but, you know, still they let them play. The CFL, my God, you know, just barely any tug. I can see if you grab the jersey, but, you know, like when they're hand fighting back and forth, bumping into each other, you know, and then the ball's not even catchable a mile away. You know, like that's what happened with that Dembski one with us. You know, he's good at getting the call. He'll just stop running and the guy runs into him. Oh, boo, flag, pass interference. There has to be something done about that. Hopefully they review that next year. Like I said, it's too late for this year. They've been pretty well calling it that way all along. Before I sign off here, let's talk about the Huskies. They beat the Rams this week in a really close match. I guess a lot of field goal missed by the Huskies, but they ended up winning in the end. Way to go, Huskies. You know, both are the top teams this year, and I didn't get to the game, but I just watched a bit of the highlights. Anyway, that's about it for this week. I don't know how much I'll be around next week, because I have to go to Montreal. I'll tell you more about it later. Anyway, Hopefully I'll be able to make a few videos. Anyway, till next time, go Riders, go.